Hello, heroes and villains. Welcome to Multiverse. Just give me a minute. I had some weird message from YouTube just a couple of minutes ago. So let's see if everything seems to be fine. Also, I have to finish my usual setup. So I guess while I do that, you guys will be able to join in. So let's start with that. So I hope you guys had a good week. Sadly, we have a lot of people that are not too happy about the new spring seasonal. That was to be expected, sadly. But at this point, it seems to be the dev seems to have made a decision, and they're pretty much sticking to it. So there's nothing really we can do about that at this point. I guess we could do. There's some people who decided not to play the spring seasonal. It's their choice, I suppose. Sadly, there's one thing you cannot do. You cannot force people to play the game if they don't want to. And I guess we might have less people tonight because of that. Maybe there's some people who decided to take a break. We'll find out soon enough. So today, guys, we are going to play Legends. We are going to play Arena PvP. So for those of you like to play PvP, who don't get a chance to play PvP much, tonight will be the night of nights. And for those of you who want to play Legends PvP, we play Legends PvP the last Wednesday and the last Sunday of the month. Oh, okay, the changes have been saved. Sorry, I'm finishing up my setup over here. It seems to be working. The thumbnail is good. It says live. Oh, and I see the chat now. Okay. So if you guys can hear me, say yes. So MDK, hi. J2 Ghost, hi. MDK, hello heroes and villains. Welcome to Multiverse. Absolutely. Superman says hello. Daniel Diaz says sup. Oh, hello Stelly. Stelly says hi. Tariq says hello. Tungsta says I'm always at work when these go on lull. Suddenly at 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Yeah, if you're at work at that time, I'm sorry, nothing I can do about that at this point. I've tried different times and it just doesn't work. It's better to be at the same time. So Rayshon says hello. Superman says hello to Ray. Oh, Tarek deleted his message. It happens. Unless YouTube did that, sadly it happens that YouTube deletes messages. Nothing we can do about that. Superman says, how do you feel about the 64 bits multi? I haven't noticed any difference. So I don't know. No opinions just yet. If it does help people to crash less, good. But honestly, I have nothing to say about that because I don't see the difference. Johnny Iris, say about T, I see your video earlier about the elite henchmen not being tradable to account characters. Yeah, sadly, you will have to farm and purchase the elite henchmen for every characters you want to use them with. So sadly, if you want the henchmen for all your characters, you will have to farm and purchase the henchmen for all your characters. Sadly, they don't work like the previous henchmen. Like previously, the henchmen in the dispensers, you could trade those to your alternate characters. For the elite henchmen, they decided to change that. Obviously, it is one of their attempts to try to encourage people to purchase currency. What can you do? Terrence says, I want to play with you, but the weather is slowing down my connection. Sorry about that. Yeah, sadly, there's a lot of places where they don't have high-speed internet just yet. Or maybe you just cannot afford high-speed internet, which is another issue. Like up here in the Great White North, From what I understand, the internet here is much, much, much more expensive than many other places in the world. There's a few reasons behind that. I won't go into that, but sadly, we have no choice. We have to take the less bad option we can, which is as fast as we can, and hope it works. January says I checked and I guess it's working now, so the elite instruments are tradable now. Give it a try. Are they? I'm not sure about that. I was going to make a video about that, but before we get started, I guess we could take a look. Because, yes, when you purchase them from the vendor, you can trade them from the vendor. But if you take them from the dispenser, you cannot trade those. So let's see. So let's go to the henchmen. They're all the way down. I wish they make some changes to the menu at some point. So you can see the uplink device and Virotech. It does say cannot trade. Well, let's pick it up anyway, but you'll see. Yes, you can get it from the dispenser, but you cannot trade it to your alternate characters using your shared bank. So when you do buy them from the vendor, you can trade those. But here you can see that you cannot put the henchmen in your shared bank. So sadly, the henchmen are flagged cannot trade. You have to buy them for every single characters in your account. I was toying whether I should make a video specifically about the henchmen, and you just convinced me. I guess I'll have to do that maybe later tonight or tomorrow. Well, we'll see. And also yesterday, sadly, was April's Fool, and it's kind of hard to get information, actual accurate information for April's Fool, because a lot of people were trying to be funny and would say things that made no freaking sense. So it was kind of hard or pretty much impossible to tell if were people trying to be funny, or were they saying something that wasn't true to be funny, or maybe they just didn't know. So we'll start with Ace Chemical 4 versus 4. So let's get ready. And I just realized I didn't change my loadout. Too late. We'll do that some other time. So sadly, Johnny, you cannot trade the henchmen to your alternate characters from the dispenser. The elite ones, I mean. Tarek says, sorry, I had to check my spelling. We need a Swamp Thing head style. Absolutely. Sadly, at this point, they would probably give us the new Swamp Thing head style, which seems to be quote-unquote inspired by Alan Moore. I wish we had the classic head style. Maybe someday. We'll see. Solomon Grundy says, I hate Marvel. It happens. Our Mardican says, good Tuesday, everyone. I guess you live on the other side of the world, because over here we're still Wednesday. Unless did I skip a day without meaning to? It happens sometimes. Sometimes I lose a day somehow. John Harris says, I thought you meant from the vendor. That's all right. No, we meant from the dispenser. From the vendor, yeah, you can purchase it on the vendor and give it to your alternate characters. Sadly, once you consume it, and when you try to get it from your dispenser, you cannot trade it to your alternate characters. So you're stuck. You have to buy it for every single characters in your account.
Match commencing. West control node enabled.
And this week it will be a bit less expensive. Next week, sadly, you will have to pay twice as much to be able to get the dispenser. Hello, Scrolls. Turks ask heroes or villains. Doesn't matter. Just secure for the mission, whether you're heroes or villains, doesn't matter. The game will match us together. So the matchmaking will match us together.
Discharging electrical system.
Did you see that? A brick attacking me from behind. Evil brick.
Electrical system charge complete.
I should probably change target. Superman really doesn't want to go down, but we'll get him. Alright, there we go.
Discharging electrical system. West control node enabled.
Ghost is so nice. I was able to get there faster because I was able to launch at Ghost. I should probably thank him. Evil timer. So we seem to have only one node. So no choice. This is where the fight has to be. I can't stay more than half a second standing. I keep on being knocked down or juggled or... there we go. 8 seconds. Freaking timer. Everyone can join PvP. All you have to do is cure for... Oh, we don't. We only have one node. Oh well, no choice. This is where it's got to be. Chemical ask what phase I'm in. Doesn't matter because we're not going to go back to that phase anyway. So right now we don't know. Right now we are in the PvP area. The shield didn't help at all. Oh, let's switch to... Let's try a different strategy because we're getting creamed. Did you see that? Evil Staley attacking me from behind? That deserves a clicky click. Holy ragdoll, Batman. Aw, poor Steli. She did attack me from behind, so she did deserve a clicky click. Them's are the rules.
Discharging electrical system.
God dang. So I'm sure you've noticed a lot of people are using a lot of abilities that knock down enemies. They'll use weapon that has those kind of attacks. They'll use powers, abilities that has those kind of attacks. And sadly, there's supposed to be some protection against being constantly knocked down or crowd controlled or stuff like that. It doesn't work.
Electrical system charge complete.
That was an issue way back when, where people did not like to be what you could call a ragdoll. And there were supposed to be measures so that you could not be crowd controlled twice in a row. Like there would be a few seconds where you would have some sort of immunity. And there's supposed to be something like that still, but it doesn't seem to work because sometimes you get knocked down, crowd control, knocked down, and knocked down again. And sometimes it happens so much that you can't even use a single ability while that happens.
Discharging electrical system.
I guess I was too close to Chemo still. So in PvP, it's not rare that when you have multiple opponents focusing on you, you're pretty much paralyzed. You're constantly knocked down. You spend most of your power trying to get back up or breaking out.
Electrical system charge complete.
And you would think that the breakout trinket would allow you not just to break out, but give you some protection from needing to break out again. It doesn't work. Sneaky Stelly. Not sneaky enough, I guess.
Discharging electrical system.
Oh, I guess we're done like dinner. Did you see that? He pulled me just as Chemo did his big ability. He pulled me just in time to be able to be affected by Chemo. Did you see that? Oh, another one attacking from behind. Oh no, they clicked me. I'm going to be very sad now.
Electrical system charge complete.
I would be tempted to click the Stelly, but it doesn't matter. Too late at this point.
East Control Node, electrical system charge complete. Discharging electrical system.
I wasn't able to finish off whoever was here, and he's gone. Oh. I was trying to finish off Superman before we lost. I'm not sure if it happened. So you can see in matches like this, it doesn't matter if you have like 18 kills. The objective is as much to capture the objective as to defeat the enemy players. An argument could be made that it's even more important to capture the objective than the players. So even if you defeat the 18 enemies, you could still end up on the losing side because you have to be able to capture the objectives. Before we cure for the other mission, I don't have one. I thought I might have. No, I guess not. There are missions we can get in the open world. Like there's some posters we can get. Maybe here. Oh, there we go. Like here we have wanted Metropolis villains. You have to defeat 5 new villains, but they must not rank more than 5 levels below you. So if you defeat a character that's more than 5 levels below you, it doesn't count. So again, you could defeat 18 enemies. If none of them are the same level you are, it doesn't matter. The same for Fear versus Will. Like again, you have to defeat 5 new villains. And also, it has to be villains. Like here in this case, seeing how we're playing with the Task Force X thingy, odds are everyone who's curring are heroes. So until some actual villains cure for the mission, nothing we can do about that. So I was talking about that the other day. Like sometimes there are objectives that have nothing to do with the objectives of the mission. Like sometimes people have their own objective, and that would be an example of that. So let's try one more. I don't know if we have enough people. Well, let's try 5 versus 5. Hopefully we have enough people. So someone was asking heroes or villains. Doesn't matter. Just go for the mission, and the matchmaking will take care of the rest. Tarek is asking, it might be a dumb question, but what's the infinite time capsule used for? Nothing. It does give you a feat, I think, the first time you activate it. So basically, you can open a time capsule to infinity, but it's a time capsule that gives you nothing. Oh, Scroll says, how are you? We're good. So, Low Spec Gaming, can I join PvP too? Absolutely. All you have to do is cure for the mission like everyone else, and the matchmaking will take care of the rest. Scroll says, just cure at the same time. Oh, Low Spec Gaming says he has something special for Superman. Dun, dun, dun. He says we're going to recreate the Superman and Lois fight scene, the Steel versus Superman. I should probably watch the Superman TV show. I only watched most of the first season. I don't think I watched the whole first season. It was fine, but at some point I missed a couple of episodes. And then I was weeks and weeks and months without watching an episode, and I came to realize that I didn't really miss it. Also, one thing is I was really tired of the whole family drama. The Superman and Lois terrified for their kids and worried about their kids, and I can't I don't want to watch shows about that anymore. I'm already when I watched like the Flash pretty much wore me down with that. How much Joe and Barry were always worried about Iris, and we have to take care of Iris, and we must protect Iris, and holy crap, I didn't like that. And by the time we got Black Lightning, I was so tired of it. I watched, I think, 3 episodes of Black Lightning, and again the whole drama with Black Lightning and his wife and his daughters, I was like, okay, no, I'm not doing that anymore. And the same with Superman. The whole bit about the kids and the boys and are they gonna have power? You know, one of them has power and the other one doesn't. And I didn't care about that. I didn't want to watch I didn't really care about that show very much. I understand that people seems to think that it's the best Superman TV show we ever had, but I didn't. I was really tired of it at that point. Oh, Scroll says, Stelly, have you ever tried battle healing? Stelly says battle healing. Scroll says yes. Callum says, what class would you recommend for DPS for free to play? Fire. Fire would be a good option. It's a free power, and I guess we should probably then cure for 4 versus 4. We'll remain cure for 5 versus 5 if people want to play 5 versus 5, and we'll cure also for Star Labs at 4 versus 4 and see if something happens. Oh, Low Spec Gaming also says fire. J2 Ghost, that box did some damage, right? I'm not sure what box you're talking about. Crusader of Light, MLT, what's the best augment currently to equip for DPS? It depends if you play precision or might. If you play precision, put on the precision augments. If you play might, put on the might augments. Although for PvP, pretty sure that the augments don't work in PvP. Like there's a whole bunch of stuff that don't work in PvP. For example, like the artifacts, none of those work for PvP. The same for pretty much all the trinkets. The one trinket that works for PvP is the breakout trinket. It's supposed to give 30% control resistance for 20 seconds. It doesn't really help. Or maybe it does give you 30%, but when there's 3, 4, 5 enemies attacking you all at once, then at least one of those ability will control you. What else would you need? So yeah, for PvP, I don't think the augments work for PvP, unless if you mean for duels in the open world. Then yeah, go for if you're a might DPS, use the might augments. If you play I'll say it at some point, precision DPS, then put on the precision augments. The same for the head augments. Personally, I only have the ones for controller. I never bothered to get those for DPS. Superman said, I think there's still a PvP 4v4 match. That's alright, we'll wait. Also, if there's abilities, let me switch to. There are abilities that you get through your artifacts. For example, The brand of Hecate comes from the artifact. The Bird Blitz comes from artifacts. So sadly, if you play PvP, you cannot use those abilities unless you play duels in the open world. That's the one place where those abilities will work. So sadly, they've been adding abilities to artifacts, and when it comes to arena PvP, those abilities don't work. Oh, maybe I should try something. Let's see if we can try the new. I should have changed my loadout. Like I'm sure you've noticed. Yeah, the finisher move when it works, it's kind of nice, but I'm sure you've noticed very often. As soon as I activate the finisher move, I get knocked on my backside. So it's a nice ability in certain circumstances, but most of the time it's vulnerable to interrupt, and you get interrupted after half a quarter of a second. Not even a quarter, half a quarter of a second. Anyway, a tiny fraction of a second. So very often, as soon as I activate it, I get knocked on my backside. So although I'm going to try this ability here, but I don't use it. I don't like it very much so far because even in PvE, it does get interrupted a lot. So I assume it'll be the same here. We'll find out. So here we have Scrafty, the Green Sir, oh, and Superman.
Match commencing. Ham station
Oh, they went straight for the objectives.
enabled.
So I can already tell that the Shadow Curse ability will not be a good fit with PvP because it takes too long to cast.
Life support control node enabled. Ham station control node. Control node enabled.
Oh no! There's two of them against me. It's a trap! So despite being two against one, I still was able to knock one out.
Life
Oh,
support control node enabled. Ham station control node enabled. Terrarium control node enabled. Life support control node enabled. Ham station control node enabled. Terrarium control node enabled.
Ah, sneaky Stelly. She blocked just as I lunged. Ah, Azim fled. Oh, actually, that means he left. Stelly's going to be on her own. And I'm not sure our friend stays here. Let's go capture some objectives. Oh,
Life
do you have this
support
one?
Control node enabled. Terrarium control node enabled.
Sadly, when there's objectives to capture, you have to be able to go into melee, otherwise it's kind of hard to capture the objective if you have to stay outside all the time. And there are powers that are much better in melee than others, like tank powers, for example.
Ham station control node enabled.
In theory, we should have control of the match. If we were, let's say, to just capture this node, stay here and wait for the enemy and kick their butts, we could probably take the big W easily enough. Oh,
Ham station
except
control node
there we go.
enabled.
I was going to say except if the node disappears, but here it's back. Sometimes it'll disappear for half a quarter of a second just to force us to recapture it. That happens.
Match over.
So here you can see the score. And let's get out of here. Oh, Luspec Gaming says he didn't get the match. We'll get the next one, I suppose. So we're still in 4v4. So let's go there one more time. So the Temple of Isis will be the next one. Oh, that was quick. So we might be ready for 5v5. We'll give it another shot after this. Just give me a minute to check out something. So I hope you guys have managed to have fun during the spring seasonal. I saw a lot of you guys sadly that were not happy at all with the price changes. Sadly, that was to be expected. We pretty much saw that with the St. Patrick seasonal. We saw that oh, here's our friend Stelly. Match Blaze, and Gods. Or all Gods. So sadly, a lot of people are not too happy about the price changes for the seasonal. But after what we saw with the St. Patrick, that was to be expected, sadly. Oh, there's someone up there. Oh, it's evil Stelly. Although she's not so evil, she's on my side right now. So that makes her less evil. If she was on the other side, she would be the evil Stelly. But now she's just the evil Stelly. See, another thing is if when you try to roll away, sadly it makes you vulnerable to being interrupted, and you saw that live. In here, I was stuck in the corner. I could not move at all. There was something blocking me. And of course, fighting a group that's all in the same leagues. Oh well. That was to be expected, I suppose, to happen at some point. So what you're seeing basically is a random group versus a non-random group, and you can see the result. So that's why the crew popped so fast. There was a league that was already waiting for us to get started. So let us try 5 versus 5. So we'll try 5 versus 5 the moon. Oh, I lost the chat for a minute. Oh, there we go. Superman at 5 versus 5, Puig before multi his live stream is slightly off compared to us. That's how I've been getting in a little cur what he says, or I'll press the next map beforehand. Hello Spec, what happened to 5v5? I just scared for 5v5. So let's try 5v5 the moon. So all you have to do is curve for the match, and we'll be good to go. Yeah, we have a Superman. The Wonder Twins logo works really well to create a Superman type character. Or a Zod. I guess it could almost pass for the evil Zod, even though we do have an actual Zod emblem. Hello, Nightcrawler. Speak Gaming is also asking about 8v8. Sadly for 8v8, I don't know if we have enough people right now in order to be able to do that.
Match commencing.
If we have enough people, we might try 8v8, but right now I think 5v5 might be the better option. And once more, we're fighting a league, so yeah, we're in trouble. And you see my abilities, I couldn't. All my abilities were grayed out. There's nothing I could do, and I could not even break out. Let's try something else.
Match over.
So let us see. So someone was asking for 8v8. I don't think we have enough people just yet, so let's go for 8v8. And let's go for the pit. So if you guys want to join in, the time is now. Not Ghost. I don't believe they're not grouping. They were in the same group twice in a row. There are definitely there's at least some of them that are definitely grouped together. There's at least four of them that are grouped together because it was a pretty big coincidence otherwise to have them in the same group twice in a row. You're the exception that confirms the rule, Estelle. Because Ghost, if what you say is true, half of them would have been in our group and the other half in the other group. They were all in the same group. Low spec gaming. There's no point in invite you to the phase. We're not staying in the phase very long. Let's give it a little bow. Stelly, so sorry that you're lagging. Yeah, Stelly, there's even today in 2025, there are still places where either they don't have high-speed internets, or they do have it, but they don't work so good. Dang, the shields don't last long. I'm gonna have to change my loadout. There's a few abilities that sadly are no longer worth using, like shields. Enemies go through your shields so quick. It doesn't. It's not even worth it to have any shields anymore. Oh yeah, yeah. There was some sort of announcement about some sort of storm. So yeah, if you live in the area where the storm is gonna hit, yeah, it's probably going to be bad. I don't know why. There's often 2 3 seconds where I can't use any abilities. I guess I'm gonna have to wait to fully load. Maybe I'm not fully loaded into the map. It happens, I suppose. Oh, Lospec Gaming says, wait a second, I'm an idiot. No wonder why I can't join you guys. I was queuing for Legends PvP. Well, now you know. It's alright, I did that mistake a lot last week, the week before. I kept on trying to queue for PvP as opposed to Legends. So again, if we go to PvP, so let's try Australia. Oh no, we lost Superman. He's logged out. Oh no, it's another Superman. False alarm. So I'm gonna have to change my loadout. Sadly, shields. Shields are pretty much pointless in PvP at this point. They last not very long. The one exception is quantum tunneling, and it's good not just because of the shield ability. Somehow I destroyed the shield. Just the ability to teleport. That's what makes quantum tunneling uber useful. And again, the finisher. It's nice that the finisher does extra damage when the enemies are low on health, but you constantly get interrupted when you're using it. So it's pretty much once in a while it'll be useful, but most of the time it's pretty much an invitation to get knocked out or knocked on your backside. So I'm gonna have to tweak my loadout at least a little bit. And again, I would almost be tempted to try out like the new Shadow Curse ability. Again, this one is also invulnerable to interrupt. So sadly, if you will pretty much always end up on your backside. I tried it in PvP. I tried it in PvE a little bit, and I spent half of my time being interrupted. So I pretty much started hating using this ability. So at the very least, I should remove the shield, and I should remove the finisher move. I could probably get back one. I was using Temporal Vortex at some point, but the supercharges now make so little damage in PvP that I barely did a scratch. Whenever I would use my supercharge, I would barely do a scratch to whoever I was playing against, so it pretty much became a little pointless. I did try the robot sidekick, didn't like it too much, so I'm gonna have to rethink. I guess I could try to go back to way back when I started playing with Quantum. I would use a Singularity, and I would use where's the other one? Oh, there it is. And I would use a Gravity Well. So basically, I would put down Gravity Well, then throw Singularity in the middle, and Singularity would pull enemies into the Gravity Well. It was pretty awesome. The one drawback for that is that sadly, in a lot of missions, especially in raids, or in even alerts, like in the corridors, sadly the gravity well lasts quite a while. So when you stay in one place and you put the gravity well, that's fine. But when you're going through corridors, it doesn't work. Sadly, you don't stay there long enough for the gravity well to really be worth it. No, today it's arena PvP, Lospec Gaming. Did I cure for legends? If I did that, my boo boo. I did a boo boo. Oh no, okay, I'm PvP. 8 versus 8, Australia. Let us wait. For Legends PvP, it's the last Wednesday and the last Sunday of the month. So we have our friend Destelli.
Match commencing.
So let's see if we can capture the Ziggurat.
Villains control the comm room. Villains control the processing facility. Heroes control the ziggurat.
Yeah, the turret don't really matter, but I may as well have them on our side. Oh no, poor Superman. His friends were not able to save him by activating the bubble thingy. We're gonna get creamed again, it seems. Oh well.
Villains have lost the processing facility. Heroes control the processing facility.
Did you see that ghost attack from behind with a barrel? Evil Ghost.
Match over.
Oh, Iron Man is late to the party, it seems. Yeah, we'll probably stick around at least a couple more matches. So let's get out of here. So the next one will be the Kryptonian Fortress. So let's go to Fortress 8 versus 8. Again, for those of you wondering what can you do to join, very simple. Just go for the mission. The matchmaking will do the rest. I'm not sure what Ghost is trying to tell us. Oh. Oh yeah, Fortress Time Superman. I thought you might like that. Oh, didn't realize that the O in a bar was a wave. Okay, now I get it. I don't speak internets, sadly. I know the most obvious stuff, but there's a lot that I don't really know. And even some of the stuff I know, like LOL, I never use that. Oh no, poor Stelly, your dog is scared by the storm. I understand my dog is the same. Whenever there's a bit of thunder or something that sounds like thunder, he'll barky bark like a little bark machine. I have to calm him down so that he stops barking. And there are certain films that I watch with wearing headphones. Like if there's a storm in the film, a little dog will barky bark, thinking that there is an actual storm. So if I know that there's some kind of noises that could kind of sound like a storm, I'll just either I'll watch something else or I'll watch it using headphones. I don't know if you saw that. Like as soon as I tried to get back up, I would get knocked down, back up, knocked down, back up, knocked down. And sometimes I was even not even back up. I was halfway back up, and already I would be knocked down again. So that can be a bit frustrating sometimes. Oh, did we get Stilly or she just got out of range? It felt like I was fighting 10 enemies by myself. Oh, the timer. We seem to be split into multiple groups, so it always feels like you're fighting 10 red enemies at once by yourself. And I guess what doesn't help is when you get knocked down once, twice, three times. Like I don't know if you saw before. Like basically, I was held by electricity. Then I broke out, and I wasn't even breaking out, done breaking out. Then the green chains uh, were holding me down and knocking me down. And I wasn't even back from the green chains. And something else was knocking me down. So it feels like you're fighting 10 enemies at once, and at every turn you get either knocked down or paralyzed or something, or held. Because there's always it seems like there's always multiple opponents attacking you all at once. Desetron says PvP scares him. And sadly in PvP, you don't have a lot of power. And even more sadly, like I tried the other day to play as a troll, doesn't help. The troll barely gives any power in PvP. It's really pretty laughable. Usually you end up having to use your cola to be able to get some power, and that's pretty much a waste. I don't know what happened to turn the tide. I guess if the blue team is not spread all over the map, it kind of helps a bit. So here you can see that it's the red team for a bit was spread out. So when you're fighting, when half of the team is fighting the entire other team, it can get a bit rough. So you can see when there's multiple opponents attacking you and they're all trying to knock you down or interrupt you. So you have to pretty much try to resist multiple knockdown or multiple interrupt at the same time, and it just doesn't work. One of them will manage to knock you out, or even worse, as you saw sometimes they'll juggle you. One will knock you out, one will interrupt you, the other one will knock you out, the other one will interrupt you, and so on. You can't do anything. See, Sargon is Scrafty is trying to run away. Actually, did run away. Ideally, you don't want to let him run away, but trying to catch up to him while half a dozen other enemies are attacking you. Good luck. Low Spec says Legends PvP is much better. Not at all. Not even close. And again, somehow the tide turned again. Like you can hear, I'm fighting six enemies by myself. I don't know why. Could be that they're telling themselves on the microphone, focus fire on multiverse. Sadly, that wouldn't be surprising. But it kind of felt like we had turned the tide at some point, and now we're back to square one. The tide has turned once more. Drummond says stream snipers. Not sure what you mean. When you were talking about them teaming you, they could be viewers from your stream. That's possible, I guess. We'll never know. That was quick. You guys firing up PvP, bring out some goons? Probably. And I couldn't break out somehow. Did you see that? The evil Iron Man and Stilly were tag teaming, trying to get me down. Can't trust those evil villains. Or were they heroes this time? Did not even notice. So let's go to... So we just played the Fortress. So next, let's go for the Hall of Doom. Stelly says, I don't know where he came from. I just wanted to farm you for points. Too late. We saw you live. 2 against 1. That's so unfair. And now it's recorded for all of eternity. So everyone will be able to see it until the end of days. No, you were doing good. I'm not sure why I was getting a lot, although maybe he was already doing damage before I saw him. But I was getting a truckload of damage, and I could barely. I could take you down only very slowly. I assumed at first it was because you were healing yourself. Cus says we could have won if they didn't grab buffs 24/7. Well, there was a point where we did turn the tide a bit, but the tide shifted again, and then sadly we lost the big W. So here we have a Superman, the evil Iron Man. Oh, we have Cyborg with us.
Get to those security terminals.
You dare set foot here. What are you looking for, Superman? All you found is your doom!
Find the security terminals and attach a tracer to them. That will help me hack our way out of the pit area.
Oh.
If you can lock down and hold enough of them, I might be able to send in some supplies.
This world will be mine.
Allow me to break the ice with our uninvited guests. The rest of you, get to the security terminals.
No one can stop me.
For that you will pay dearly.
That's not nice.
Feel my anguish.
Be smart.
Oh, there was someone else behind me. Stella was trying to separate them to see if I could pull only a few of them, but then turns out there was even some more behind me. Because you may have noticed when the 3 of them arrived and then jumped me, I was pretty much perma-stunned, so all I could do was try to get away and then try to pull them a few at a time to try to separate them. Obviously, it didn't work.
Oh, I've got a few tricks up my sleeve for you.
Evil Stelly blocking me like that.
Oh, I've got a few tricks.
It's a trick that's used often. Someone tries to roll away, and then they block because they know you're going to lunge them.
No more Mr. Nice Guy.
Time to clean up the trash in this
Your
place.
villainy ends here.
He disappeared for half a second.
Time to switch tactics.
You don't have to do this.
Siri gets some in trouble. I see red everywhere. Most of the blues are at the other end of the map, it would seem.
You're strong, but I'm stronger. You're just an overgrown bully.
Nothing a patch job won't fix.
You're strong, but I'm stronger.
I'm on reserve power now.
Nah, from the fire into the frying pan. I'm trying to pull them where there's more, hopefully more blue players. Didn't work so well.
Your invasion attempt is as feeble as your mind. Ah. Ah.
So we didn't win this one, obviously.
Bravo, bravo! Attaboys and congratulations all around. Villains, don't forget your party favors provided by that creepo with the kidnapper glasses, Calculator. Be sure to take out the celebrities first. Give the old ratings a boost.
You have angered me.
So when you're no match for the other team, you go after the objectives.
This is gonna end now. I'm on reserve power now.
Yes. Some of them still have their buffs, it would seem.
Boy, those villains are prepared. Hey, heroes, watch your step. Kaboom!
Immune. We can't even do damage to the player. If 2 is not enough, let's go 3 against 1, of course. I might as well click steady. So let's see if we can find some of the NPCs we need to defeat. Could have sworn I defeated Atrocitus, but maybe not. Oh, there's our friend again. So when you're outmatched by your opponents, you try to split them up. A good way to do that. Most of them are using super speed or maybe acrobat, and so you try to go out of range from those super speedster, and then you're just left with whoever can fly, assuming they follow you, of course. let's clicky Stelly because why not? Who else are we gonna click? See, it didn't take long. So let's go in the air up there. So obviously somebody decided not to play the objective, so they just want to beat the snot out of other players. That happens. So it would seem that this match, they're not so much interested in winning as in kicking people's teeth in. And so where the match is going to go through the whole shebang. Or so it seems. I thought that, there we go. So as our friend Sun Tzu would say, try to bring the enemy in your element. And also try to split them apart. So you go where half of them cannot go. 10 seconds.
Let's regroup. We'll be better prepared next time. Let's go!
Oh, and it is a tie. That was surprising. I'm not sure why it got stuck at 500 each side. Doesn't matter. So let's get out here. And I guess that's going to be it for tonight, guys. I don't mind losing, but there's only so many times I can get my teeth kicked in before I call it quits. So I don't mind losing PvP matches, but being a punching bag, I don't like that so much. So I guess we'll be done for tonight. The barcode made that person suspicious. Yeah, there are things about people using barcodes in their names, but I'm not going to go there because I don't have any proof, and it could be just rumors for all we know. No Watchtower. We're done for tonight. So Friday, let's see. Is there anything we could do special for Friday? It's early in the month. So this week, guys, we have the spring seasonal. So for those of you who want to get some of the spring rewards, some of you guys were asking about the elf ears. Don't worry, the elf ears are there. So if you want to purchase the elf ears, the time is now. Especially right now, like right now, we do have a 50% off on the vendor. Sadly, that 50% off will be only for the first week. After that, sadly, it will be 100% off. No, 100%. We will get the full price. So if you want to purchase anything from the spring seasonal vendor, this week will be the time to do that. Because after that, it will get a bit expensive. Also, sadly, for those who maybe do not know, let me switch back. If you want to have the new henchman, Sadly, you have to purchase those henchmen with every single characters you want to use it with. So those henchmen right now are 50 seed pods. Next week there will be 100 seed pods. So if you want to purchase the henchmen for your characters, buy them this week because after that it's going to be a bumpy ride. And again, sadly, you need to buy the ways henchmen for every single characters in your account. You cannot share them using your dispenser the same way you can do the regular henchmen. It's sad, but that's how it is. So Friday we're going to go back to live at 5. Last time I think we had played all the way up to the first half of tier 5. I think. Let me go check to be sure. Yeah, I'm pretty sure we had played all the way to Crown of Thorns, I think. I'll check it to make sure before next time. So this Friday, we'll probably play some of the latest missions. But also, we will play the Tier 5 missions, at least the second half of the Tier 5 missions. So if you guys want to play some Tier 5 missions this week, the Tier 5 raids this week, I saw some of you guys I saw some people were complaining that they could not find people to play some of the older raids. We do that every Friday at 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We play some of the older raids. So if you guys want to play those raids, come by Friday at 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for live at 5. So I guess we're pretty much done here. Let me check the comments quick. Oh, Ghost says leave a like. Leaving a like would be appreciated, of course. And Superman says, be safe in the storm as well. Yeah, for those, there's some warning about the storms to our friends to the south. So hopefully you guys are safe. Hopefully the storm will not hit you. If it does, stay inside, stay safe, and we'll see you guys next Friday. Bye-bye, guys.